Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, back with the last episode of Grand Arena Championships, the last round rather, for this season. It's the last 5v5 because everyone knows the next ones are going to be 3v3, which kind of suck. I'm not looking forward to that. But let's finish this up. You guys can see how this round went. This is today's round that's about to finish up. So my opponent's already gone a little bit. He cleared off that front zone on the bottom, and then he cleared off my Grievous team up top. And down south, I had Kylo, full first order, Supreme Leader Kylo, and then I had JTR with the Resistance Hero Bros down there. So hopefully, what I was trying to do was get him to draw out his Jedi and burn them against Kylo, and then have to use Darth Vader for that Rey in the back, because I changed things up this round and I was hoping that I could get my opponents stuck. And I'll show you that part later at the end, show you that back zone over there. But let's take a look at what my opponent's got, because I'm up against a tough opponent, and it really doesn't matter because he's already in Kyber, and so am I. As soon as I set my defense, I already hit Kyber. So it kind of doesn't really matter, but I still want to win. Like, I like to compete and have fun. So let's go ahead and let me show you what he put down and how we're going to attack this. So up top here, he's got his Supreme Leader Kylo, full first order. It's a little different than what he's been setting. Sometimes he sets it with Malik, so I wanted to be prepared for that. He's got Grievous with Newt. That's fine. And then he's got Rey with the Resistance Hero Bros. He's got Shaak Ti and Holdo in there. So it's interesting that he put Shaak Ti in there. And we'll go over that in a second. Down south, he's got Rey, just a basic JTR, and then he's got a Mon Mothma squad. But it doesn't have like POW and Hoth Rebel Scout in there. But it does have some tanks. So that should be a little bit interesting. Let's go ahead up top. First, I want to take out his Rey. I planned on using my Darth Vader, and I saw that he put Shaak Ti in there, and he's done that before. So the interesting thing is that when I looked at the speed on his Resistance Hero Finn, he would outspeed my Vader normally, except the fact that he's got Shaak Ti in there, and she's a Jedi. She gives my Darth Vader 8 more speed, and in that case, he will then outspeed Resistance Hero Finn, and that's going to allow me to do a Darth Vader lead instead of having to do a Thrawn lead. I don't really like that way as much, because then you have to eat the damage and Finn gets inspired and all that. And if I can outrun him and just run Vader lead, I've got that counter down, and I know how to drop dots and everything. So you can see I'm running Vader lead here, and you run it just like you would in Arena against those Rey Jedi teams. Works the same way. Go into Merciless, try and get an ability block on Resistance Hero Finn. And you're not going to try to cull anybody just quite yet. I want to get through, do my basics, and then after Merciless gets done, drop some more dots, and of course they're going to stick because it's Vader lead, and that's when I can start thinking about, okay, who I'm going to cull and who I'm going to take out. And it flows really nicely, just like it does in Arena, where you can have it down to kind of a system. So right here, I'll put the med pack on Thrawn. Then it'll be his turn. I'll throw turn meter over to Traya, have her isolate the tank, which is Holdo, and power up Darth Vader. Now it's Bastila's turn, so I look to see who's fixing to go. Doesn't really matter. So I can fear Resistance Hero Finn, and now I can fracture Rey. It's all like clockwork. Now I can cull, and I'll go ahead and cull Holdo. That'll give Darth Vader another turn, let him go into Merciless. Now I just have to do a basic, and then drop dots one more time, and I'll be ready to cull Rey. So that's all we do. Do a basic on Poe, drop dots on Finn, doesn't really matter, and then cull Rey. So there we go. Easy as pie, just like Arena. I love it when there's only one tank to worry about. Shaak Ti didn't really do him any favors at all. So if he watches this video, I mean, I'd always like to know how my defense performs, you know. So if he's watching this, don't put Shakti in there. Put another tank because that's going to cause a lot more problems. And Shakti actually hurts you by giving the enemy Darth Vader 8 more speed and allowing him to outrun your Finn, and makes the battle, you know, that much easier. So it's just good to know. Look at that, 60 banners, as opposed to who knows, you know, what it would have been if I would have failed or stumbled a bit. So done with that. Now we're going to go down south and work on clearing the zone because I want to see what he's gotten back. Just see if he's hiding Jedi Master Luke back there in the back. So it's Mon Mothma, and I'm going to take my bounty hunters against that. Bosk lead. Of course, I've got Jango, Boba, Mando, and Grief. Since you guys have seen this battle a few times now, it works the same way. The only thing I want to show you real quick, and I'll freeze it. Look, his base is gear 12, right? And I've got Jango's rocket up. Look at that. Should have taken him out right there, and he got the dodge. So it drags the battle on a little bit longer than it needs to go. But since I got my bounty hunters out, tell you guys I heard that news about we're getting new bounty hunters. IG-11 is coming, and then Quill. I don't know if he's going to be a bounty hunter or what, but it's going to finish out the Mando crew, and I guess IG-11 is going to have a backpack Baby Yoda. So that was kind of interesting. If you guys haven't seen that video clip on StarWars.com, that was kind of nice. So I'm looking forward to those. They'll probably be marquees, but we'll get to see if they're going to be worth it. And maybe they'll be used to unlock a legendary or something. Hopefully we'll get Moff Gideon and the Darksaber eventually, you know, or some kind of event using the whole Mando crew. That would be kind of nice. But back in reality, as of right now, I got my bounty hunters, and you can see that they're tearing up this squad. It takes a little bit longer just because he's got all the tanks in there. I was going after Scarif Rebel Pathfinder, and then I decided, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and try and take out Biston, take him out, because he's a bit squishier than Scarif Rebel Pathfinder, and then I'll just disintegrate him if I have to. And turns out I don't even need to get to disintegrate. I was able to just mass assist, and I still got 60 banners for that. So a nice team to have. I know a lot of people use their bounty hunters on defense, but having them for offense is pretty nice. And his regular JTR, it's not even JTR with the bros or anything. So I was going to Night Sister it, and then I thought, you know, maybe I can get some better banners. I'm really trying to be as efficient as I can be because my opponent is in a good guild. That Caw Patrol or Cobra Caw, whatever it is now. So it's supposed to be a pretty good one. And I don't know him or anything, but, you know, it's a good guild. He must know how to play. And he's not lost very much. He's got higher ranking than I do this season. So he must know what he's doing. So I'm just trying to be as efficient as I can be. You guys know I don't really try to be an efficiency player. I just like to win and try to set tough defenses if I can. So I set as tough a defense as I could think I could get away with. I used my Geos right there against his JTR for 57. Now that opens up the back zone back there in the corner. And you guys can see what he's got waiting for me back there. He's got his own bounty hunters, Jango lead, and then he's got a Dooku team with Nest on it. So I'll show you that one in a second, but what I want you guys to see is the score. So I've killed one team up top in the front zone just like he has to me. And so look at that. I've been a little bit more efficient. I'm at 1187 to his 1183, and he hasn't moved since this morning. So now I'm going to just go ahead and finish it so I don't have to wait around all day and try to maintain efficiency if I can. So he's got Dooku, Nest, Wampa, Mission, and Zalbar. I mean, not a bad leftover team. It can definitely steal some banners. And then he's got Jango Bounty Hunters over there. So both of those are going to be decent enough teams But we're going to go ahead and go back up top first. I want to clear off those last 2 squads up there, know what I'm working with for ships, and let's get through these because we still got to kill a galactic legend here. So we're going to use Jedi Master Luke and JKR, JKL, Bastila, and Hermit Yoda. This team works pretty well if you can spare it. I mean, you should be able to. It's just like using JKR, team against Kylo normally, except using Jedi Master Luke lead. It pretty much guarantees that you're going to get a decent score. Like, he is so powerful on offense. I love it. He definitely can, keep the team alive, and he puts out really heavy damage. I like the character, as far as what he provides to the team. I think it's a lot better than going in with just a JKR lead, even though, of course, you can win. Things can still go wrong, whereas with Jedi Master Luke, it seems like you're going to be in good shape no matter what, as long as you have some strong Jedi for your supporting cast. And I do. So this is about as strong as the team needs to be. You don't need to waste gas on here. Although in Arena, of course, throw them in there because why not? But here you don't really need it. You can see I'm making quick work of the team. And he had double tank first order. But I've gotten rid of almost everybody. Now I'm trying to go after his Supreme Leader Kylo just when I get the chance. And all I do is just keep calling Jedi Luke, Master and Knight, back and forth. Call the Lukes because they hit like trucks. Both of them hit really hard. So I keep throwing that mastery chip over there to either one so they hit even harder. Keep Kylo ability blocked. He doesn't stand a chance. Look at that. And my team's almost full health, full protection. So 59 banners. I'll take it. That's pretty good. 60 banners on one GL and 59 on the other. I'm happy with that. This is probably, I would say, my worst battle of the match in terms of efficiency, just because there's no real way to gain back protection, and once they start taking damage after gas takes knee, you're kind of stuck. So I ended up taking out Newt straight away. He's not going to revive, so he's gone for good. Went ahead and threw the grenade. I didn't end up getting any freezes, I don't think, but I did get rid of B2. Now I'm stuck on Magnus, so I got to hit him, try and take him out of there. You see that gas's protection is wearing thin. I have him modded for offense, so he's not quite as tanky as he used to be. So he takes a knee, and then Grievous goes, does his AoE. I get the sacrifice from 5s. Unfortunately, everybody's ability blocked, and now I've got them with target lock, and one of them stunned over there. So right there, I'm on B1, and he's only got 3 stacks left. If I kill him, Grievous is going to go ape and kill somebody else, So I take some shots at Grievous. That buys enough time for Gas to be able to stand up. Now he can finish off B1, and we can go after Grievous with him standing. At least Grievous isn't going to kill anybody else. So 52 banners, kind of terrible, but I got through it, and I see what ships he's got. And look at that, he put Malevolence on defense. Malevolence and Radis. So that's okay. I can handle those. I know how to counter Malevolence because I do it in Arena. And Radis, I'm pretty sure I'll do just fine. So let's go ahead and finish off these other 2 ground squads. And then, put this match to bed. So he's got Dooku leftovers with Nest and then Bounty Hunters. So let's go ahead and start off with the Bounty Hunters. I'm just going to take in my CLS, 3 POC Rebels. They're going to eat through these Bounty Hunters like nothing. They get to go, and maybe I could have stunned Bosk. Chose to go after Django. But after they go, it doesn't matter. Because I get enough counterattacks and damage that once I start going, they don't get to go again. Like, they don't get to hardly do anything. And by then, my team's, mostly healed up and ready to go. So look at that. I've got Blind out there on the field. It's Chewie's turn. I'm just knocking them down one by one. And I've got plenty of damage on this team, so there's no threat of them taking out any of my characters. And look at that, 60 more banners. Add it to the pile, and let's take out the last team. I kind of had fun with this. I had a couple different options I could use. I still had my Scion and Nihilus, but I was running low on other Sith. You would have seen a Darth Maul lead, would have been crazy. But I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and use Night Sisters here, because at least I'll get 55 banners, maybe a little more, but at least 55. Instead of bringing in Spirit, I did bring in Talia this time for that reason right there. You saw her get rid of all the debuffs and everything I had, cleansed it all, but then Wampa went and just dazed them all right back, so that kind of sucked. But she does her job, which is to just kind of die a few times, help power up Asajj and Daka, and that's all we got to do. Like, basically, you just bide time. See, everyone's going after Zombie, mission goes, and she ends up killing Talia, so he uses up one of Zombie's free revives, does the save, and I'm just waiting. There goes Wampa again. They like to go after Zombie, and that's fine. Zombie likes to taunt a lot. I just keep going, spreading the plague, throw some debuffs down, do some damage here and there. It's going to activate Zalbar's taunt a lot, but that really doesn't matter. As long as he's got plague, he's going to spread that around. Look at that. I've got stuns on the field. Dooku's, even though he gains back protection, I'm working on his health, so he's down in the red, even though he's got protection. All that plague is helping me out. The only problem is getting dazed a lot, and the healing immunity that they have is kind of annoying. But as long as Daka isn't one that's in the yellow or red, then I don't have to worry about them going after her. So as long as she's alive, she'll be able to bring everybody else back if I need it. And you can see that slowly his team is dying off to plague. I've just got Nest and Wampa left to deal with. Going after Wampa, got him stunned. Now he's in the red. Look at that. He keeps going. Keeps going. He's got protection back, but again, he's stunned with plague. My team is okay. I'm letting Talia die off a little bit. Again, powering up Daka and powering up Asajj. Killed Wampa. Now it's just working on Nest. And it really doesn't matter what Nest does here, because I've got healing from 3 different Night Sisters if I need it. I've got Talia assisting from the grave, making everybody stronger. And I just stun Nest. It's a really low tenacity Nest, so that may not be good for him. If it was high tenacity, I wouldn't have all these stuns and Nest would be counterattacking, but I don't have to worry about that, and Plague just finishes her off. 54 banners, not bad at all, I think, and I didn't really feel like I was in danger of losing. So that was it for all the ground squads. Let's go ahead and do these ships and get those out of the way. And I'm not going to waste time with showing you the whole battles, except just to show you that I used my Negotiator versus Malevolence. Got 63 banners with that. And then if you guys don't know how to do that, I don't know how you're climbing an arena, because that's what I do every day. So you should know how to do that by now. Negotiator versus Malevolence. Should have been doing that for months already. So it was just a standard Malevolence, and 63 banners, not too bad. And then I used my own Malevolence against his Radis. All I did was bring in the standard fleets, Hyena, Vulture, and Sunfac, and then the other 2 Geos as reinforcements, and Houndstooth, I had that. And that's it. I just let all them Buzz Droid things stock up and took everybody out. Got 63 banners for that. I think I put up a pretty good score, 21-14. I was doing the math, and he could beat me, depending on how efficient he was in these last zones and taking out these last squads. I'm pretty sure he'd be efficient on my ships. So I tried to account for that by placing harder ground defenses. And so in the back, the what you see on the back zone is Rey. I hid Rey in the back, and I did Rey with Jawas and L3, because I had somebody get me with that, and I was hoping to draw out his Jedi out front, and that way he'd be stuck with Darth Vader and not know how to play it, hopefully, and lose, you know, and drop banners that way. If he dropped one battle, he's going to be done. And then I have an EP team with my new relicked up Sidious and just some leftover Sith, and I figured maybe they would steal some banners. So I ended up having to take my son to his last football game, and so I was away for a bit. I come back, and I found out that he has finished clearing the board. He cleared me, but he did stumble a bit, and it was in that back bottom zone, which I was hoping he would stumble there. He one-shot my fleets and one-shot the Padme and everything that was up top, but it was that back bottom zone that he stumbled in. And so I'll show you that because I took a screenshot of that after the fact. So I get home and check my board, and this is what I see. He went 2 on my Rey, so maybe he tried that Vader and it failed, and he cleaned it up with something else. And then whatever he used, you know, he chose the wrong team for that EP team over there. And that was enough to make him stumble and have to go 2 on that one too. So that was enough to secure the win, even though it doesn't really mean anything. I mean, I like winning. It's nice to take first. I'm going to take first this bracket. I didn't lose this week. So there we go. That's the end of my 5v5. We'll cap it off with a win here, and we'll see what happens when it gets to 3v3. I don't know. I have my doubts. But you guys, we'll catch you later. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.